Hey Sting, welcome back to part 2 of the extended edition. This is Naomi,
And Bryce, your 2025-2026 producers.
bringing you the last few stories of the year.
To start off the show, we have a story on spring fashion.
Fashion is often dismissed as superficial, but for many, what they wear operates as a social language that communicates identity and reflects the society around them.
I feel most myself when I'm wearing really cute outfits with all the jewelry, just kind of outfits that just stand out.
I feel the most myself when it's the clothes that I have worn a lot before. It's like I have to break them in almost, or they're just like a more darker vibe. It just mostly depends on what I'm feeling.
I express it just kind of like what you truly want to wear. You're not like thinking about whatever's like think of your outfit. You're just kind of wearing it for yourself and only you.
The easiest parts I feel like to express is sort of how I feel about the current world.
Dress codes, social media trends, even cliques are all figments of fashion. They have a significant prevalence amongst everyone, even students.
The hardest part is the way that I want to express myself. You can always try to infer how you want people to interpret you, but people won't always get that from your clothes.
Trying to fit in or just trying to stand out and try to be true to themselves in a way.
How we clothe ourselves and present ourselves is just another aspect of the human life. You're making the assumptions off of what you've seen, and I feel like you should really talk to people and get to know them, because a lot of people who might dress weirdly or differently than you could actually be very friendly. The dress code is trying to prevent things that should be preventable from teaching, talking to people, just already doing it. Like, it shouldn't be the person who's wearing the clothes' fault that the person who saw the person wearing the clothes' fault is thinking those things. It should be the person who saw them's fault and their environment around them.
Fashion, however, addresses more than your taste.
It's not a us problem. It's the consumerist society problem. And I think what's going on right now, eventually our consumerism will collapse us. And we just need to acknowledge that and watch what we're buying. You don't need 5 different sweatshirts from the same area or 7 different sweatpants. You just need 2 pairs or 1 sweatshirt.
You want the others to focus on you rather than your clothes.
I do think we need to open up our eyes to what's going around us more, to talk about what's might not be around us but could be affecting us and how it's still going on.
Glancing around at a large amount of people, what they are wearing has the fine print of society written between the hemlines. This has been Abby Grassfield and Jonathan Hauser, Noise News.
Thanks, team.
Speaking of fashion, I wonder what people are wearing to work.
What they're wearing doesn't matter. It's the job market that does.
So true, and we actually have a story on the job market.
Great, take it away, team.
For many students, finding a job has become an important step toward independence. But in today's market, it's not always easy. Now hiring signs may be everywhere, but actually getting a job may be more complicated than it seems.
Probably just the last couple of days. I really want to be able to pay for my first year of college, so I have to start working pretty soon.
Students like Eli are going into the job market with clear goals but also high expectations.
I'm not going to be applying for anything that I know is going to be making less than 18. That's probably the minimum and maximum.
Despite being motivated, a lot of students are still waiting to hear back from employers.
I haven't heard back from anybody. There's probably a few places that I might look into, but nothing's for sure yet.
School counselors say part-time jobs play a big role in helping students prepare for the future.
Part-time jobs can be really important. Part-time jobs help students learn soft skills like communication and time management. So future employers really look for those skills.
These skills not only help with the workplace, they also helped in impacting college applications and future careers.
The biggest impact part-time jobs have for students is networking. So, getting connected with people in your field of study or employers who can give you good references. That's really important when you're looking at colleges for things like application references and recommendations too.
From my perspective, it always seems like it's gotten harder. Not impossible, but there's just so many there's so much that is outside the control of the applicant and the young adults.
Experts in the field say there's not much an applicant can do.
There's a point in the job search process where really everything is in your control, but then it reaches a point that it's 100% out of your control.
Standing out requires more than just applying.
When you're putting together a resume or you're putting together an application, don't just use the same resume, same responses for every single application. You got to tailor that resume. So it's like when somebody reads through an application, something's got to stick out.
Being a team player and being able to work as a team. Also things like how to be flexible and adapt.
For students, the process can be frustrating, but also rewarding.
I would be able to be a lot more independent and secure. I wouldn't really have to rely on my parents.
As the job market keeps changing, students are learning that success comes from perseverance, flexibility, and preparation. This has been Jefferson, Noise News.
Speaking of change, NHS has made some new additions this year.
True, and the induction ceremony took place as well.
We've got a story on that. Take it away.
On May 1st, 2026, Spectrum welcomed many students into its NHS program. These students were selected based on their proficiency in character, service, leadership, and scholarship.
I wanted to join NHS because I knew it was for students who were academically driven and driven in service areas.
I meet all the criterias of the different pillars, and I also work my hardest to do what's best and to stay in a bunch of activities and to just be really diverse and do a bunch of different things like chamber choir, the ultimate frisbee, I do theater, and basically just going out of my way to do stuff in the community that will make an impact.
I believe my strongest pillar is service. I have the opportunity of serving on 5 different teams at my church, whether it's in the kid ministry with early childhood, or backstage operating cameras, or on stage speaking in front of large crowds. It's definitely my favorite way to spend my time.
These students look forward to making a difference in the world around them as they do different activities with NHS.
I heard that they help plan one of the dances, and I like planning things like that. And they do different fundraisers for things, and I like being able to help out people who need it.
I think the polar plunge was really interesting. I'm not sure if that's because I associate getting into the pool for swim practices as a polar plunge, or because it just kind of sounds like a unique opportunity that the average person doesn't really do. I find that really interesting that that's the way people can raise money for different organizations.
Through all they do in NHS, they will never forget the day that they were accepted.
I got really excited. I had adrenaline, and my family actually bought an ice cream cake, so I was eating ice cream cake after that.
I asked my mom, I'm like, can I go check the mail? And she's like, yeah, sure. So I went and checked the mail, and I saw a letter from Spectrum, and I'm like, oh, I bet this is it. So I went inside, and I opened it, and immediately, dear Mackenzie Wilson, congratulations.
Through NHS, they will learn how to make a difference in others' lives, and that is information that they will carry with them for the rest of their lives. This has been Allison and Jefferson, Noise News.
To end off our show,
And our year.
we have a story on tech.
Take it away.
While audiences of Spectrum Theater may focus on the stage, there are quieter operations running in the background. Tech Crew.
When it comes to Tech Crew, I'm really adamant about it being an enjoyable experience, right? It shouldn't feel like a job. It should feel like a school activity. It should be fun. And then in the midst of fun, learning skills and growing in knowledge when it comes to the technical side of how to operate lights, how to operate audio, and then how to just run a production on a more professional capacity.
These last 2 rehearsals we had this week, we weren't supposed to have, but the shows got postponed, so we had a couple extra rehearsals. And both days we had at least one techie gone. So Clint decided that we should all do each other's jobs. So I got to run tracks, and we had our audio person running lights, and it was just like a mess, and yet we still somehow produced the show during rehearsal.
Despite the work of the tech crew potentially going unnoticed, it makes or breaks the seamlessness of a production.
Communication was also tricky. Trying to communicate when things get wrong, because we have one walkie-talkie from the back to everybody else, and I have to have it because I'm in the middle and I'm the only one who doesn't need to listen for the most part to do my thing, so then I have to relay information back and forth.
They're just learning, they're just getting their feet wet in production stuff. So my goal is to get them set up so where they can operate the lights, the sound, the slides, whatever elements that we have. But then that frees me up to, one, kind of oversee making sure that the whole production is working clear and efficiently. But then if there's stuff that goes down, items that break, lights that are faulty, then I can address those issues, and the show can go on while I'm tending to other things, which has happened.
The thorough dedication of Spectrum's theater department is true for all roles in its stagings, but perhaps now you may come to appreciate the tech crew some more. This has been Naomi Park and Jonathan Hauser, Noise News.
Well, Sting, that's all the news we have for you this week.
Us seniors are sad to go, but we can't wait to keep watching Noise News next year.
And the memories we've made will always be in our hearts.
I feel like Noise News will always be a part of us, whether we've been here for 1 year or 4 years.
This has been Naomi.
And Bryce, signing off.
And Michaela, signing off.
And Bella, signing off. Keeping
Keeping
you
you
in on the noise.